bit different from what you maybe remember if you watched any of my old videos. A few less plushies, a few more masks, because I am now living in a tiki hut. Woo! So since you're here to join me at this tiki hut, you require some flowers too. So I'm just gonna put these on you. Oh. Yay! Now we're both festive in the tiki hut. It has been a while since I posted a video, and yes, obviously there have been a few more changes. I am not going to try and do what I did last time and pretend to try and be consistent, because we all know how I kind of suck at that, like a lot. But I have moved and I've totally changed my life around, like completely. I did actually start filming a bunch of videos last year before all the changes in there, so I can post like beginning of videos in my old apartment, complete with all the gossamer curtains and the fairy light and the tons of stuffed animals everywhere. And then all the newer stuff's going to be here at the tiki hut, at least for the time being. Maybe things will change soon and I'll keep roaming on my adventures. It has been a long time since I posted, mostly because last year was difficult. I mean, 2020, not a popular year with many people. Obviously Pandora opened the box and everything kind of went to chaos. But just before everything happened last year in February, actually the 6th of February 2020, because I'm going to remember that date for a long time, Fuzzy, my very fluffy kitty cat, who you might have seen in older videos, ended up passing away. And so I was mourning for most of February, and then everything went into lockdown and shut down. Because here in Australia, we actually did do lockdowns for months where everything was closed down, stuck at home. And that was right after I was mourning. So I was literally like alone for the first time ever in my entire adult life, because I've had Fuzzy for like 12 years. And a lot of that inspired a lot of change. Like, Panorama sucked, but I feel like in the long term it would actually have encouraged me to do a lot of beneficial changes, because I quite literally absolutely changed my life, aka living in the tiki hut. I completely downsized. I gave away, I calculated it, it was almost $15,000 worth of stuff. All my furniture, my white goods, washing machine, fridge, the giant bookcases, TV, everything was just given away or sold for really, really cheap. I gave away all my books. I gave away like 85% of my clothes, a lot of my costumes, like nearly everything. Every single thing I own now fits into one bedroom, and it's a fully furnished bedroom too, so there is like no furniture. And my end goal is to fit everything down into only 2 suitcases. So one suitcase will be for like work stuff and one suitcase of personal stuff, and that should hopefully allow me a lot more freedom to like actually travel and move around and explore life, which is kind of what I wanted to do the videos again. Not only did I absolutely change my life around and I documented some of it to put into future videos, but while I'm able to actually explore and do stuff and have that greater flexibility of movement, isn't that like the perfect excuse to actually get my butt together and post more videos? I really hope so. Like, that is the goal. But I mean, I've been doing like videos for years now, and consistency has never really been a strong suit, so I'm not gonna like lie and pretend. I want everything to stay fun. That's the ultimate game. Keep things fun. But yes, I have absolutely changed my life around, and I want to end up sharing more of that on here. I started filming a bunch of videos last year and the year before in my other apartment, which is why in future things aren't going to seem like perfectly chronological order. I'm going to be jumping from my old apartment to this place to maybe somewhere else before the Panorama hit, because I still have videos from like Supernova and Sexpo and stuff. And although I can't promise consistency, I am going to try and actually post more things, so I don't end up being in the same situation I was in after the USA and even Thailand, where my external hard drive died. And I lost a lot of content that I filmed, including the stuff at Universal Studio, which, I'm not gonna lie, made me go from happy to grumpy. This awesome tea turtle mini, like the t-shirt, I actually did get at Supernova and I absolutely love it. I bought it to include as a little prop for a sense of familiarity in the video, since normally it was like pink and princesses and stuffed animals everywhere, and now it's very different. But yeah, so the panorama really did suck, and that actually inspired me to do so many of the big changes. I realized that a lot of the stuff that I thought was important to me and that I valued in the past, actually didn't really care about. Quite a lot of it was more of what was expected, like what society and life expects of you. And I honestly regret that I spent so much of my 20s just working, like constantly. I was running several businesses and worked on average 60 to 80 hours a week, like regularly. A day off, that doesn't happen. I mean, hustle, 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 get that bag, right? And then last year happened where a lot of those businesses just could no longer function and got shut down. And since I live in Australia, by being an entrepreneur in a lot of like media and arts, especially the arts field, we kind of got screwed. Like a lot of us weren't eligible for either JobKeeper or JobSeeker, so like no government impact. And most of my income last year was actually of OnlyFans and like the online streams and things. So all those many years of effort really felt like they went down the drain, and I realized that it wasn't particularly in line with my priorities to begin with. And so I completely changed my life around, and now I am basically semi-retired. I moved to the Gold Coast, I live on the beach, I get a walk along the shoreline like every day, and I am literally semi-retired. I watch way too much YouTube and like Netflix every night, and I just chill and draw and paint and read whenever I want. I play my Switch without feeling guilty. Like, retired life is bliss. Why are we expected to wait until we're old to enjoy time? Especially after last year showed just how fragile what we thought was important actually is. Like, a lot of my businesses just, and I'm alive and I survived. I made it through. I was still like financially completely independent because I didn't really qualify for any of the aids that existed, because too many small businesses and multiple streams of income kind of worked against you on that. But I made it through, and I had a lot more free time. I was doing the baking my own bread thing. I was having a lot more time to read and do the things I enjoyed, and like, honestly, my life started changing drastically last year, but I've been more mindful and conscious of it this year, which is why I did the whole minimization thing and moving away thing, and finally did what I wanted to, which was move to the Gold Coast. I've wanted to do this since I was a child and literally never did it because I thought living in the city would just be easier for work, and yeah, it was. But I mean, work is just work. It's not life, and it feels ridiculous that we're expected to sacrifice so much of what we actually want and what we actually enjoy for work, which in most cases doesn't actually give a beep about us as people, and like, it's not worth it. I think that was my biggest takeaway last year, that the way I was living and the priorities I had just were not worth it. And I weren't actually in line with what was genuinely important to me. And now, like I said, I am basically semi-retired. I only work very rarely, only taking on a couple of small gigs and jobs that I actually want to do and that I find genuine joy in and feel fulfilled. am not living to work anymore, which is a huge difference compared to what it used to be. And now I live here at the beach where I can just chill whenever I want and walk along the shoreline and enjoy someone else's taste and decorating rather than kind of feeling like I'm stuck in a rut with my own life. So, woo! Thankfully, life is pretty much back to normal here in Australia. We got kind of lucky that not so much the federal government, the state government really acted quickly and they shut everything down. So we had pretty much very few cases, very few deaths, and life has been back to normal essentially for like months. We still get states locking down for even like one case of, but life is back to normal, which means adventures and going to places and trying things. There's a brand new museum that just opened up. Not so much a museum, I think it's an art gallery, but it's like modern art and modern exhibits that literally opened up a couple of weeks ago here on the Gold Coast, which is Hota. So I want to go there and post some videos and go to SeaWorld or like the national parks that are around here, because last year I had adopted and sponsored a koala, which is Yani, and she is based here on the Gold Coast. So like there are so many things I want to share with you, and hopefully this time I'm going to actually share them and not just record everything and then let my computer or my hard drive die and lose it all, which, you know, hasn't been great, but live and learn, alright? I mean, isn't that the point of everything? We get older, we get wiser, we learn from our mistakes, and hopefully by sharing some of them with you guys, I can help you avoid repeating my mistakes, because there have been numerous. So I should hopefully be a lot wiser now. Hopefully. And here's fingers crossed that now that I actually have time on my side, and literally like so much time, I am like time free, I am time rich now, and hopefully I will share a whole lot more with you. So yay! But still, hi! Welcome back. I do have feet right now, not fins, but I'm in a brand new tiki area, and sometimes I still get fins because the river is right there and the beach is right up there, and it is amazing. So I honestly cannot wait to share so much more of it with you guys. So yeah, my not very well scripted I'm back video again. How many I'm back videos are on this channel now? But hey, look, cute octopus. Make octopus smile and happy by joining me in my YouTube adventures to help encourage me to actually, you know, post the things I said I'm gonna post. And you know, no sad grumpy faces, only happy faces. Hopefully you'll subscribe and help encourage me to, you know, stick along and stay along this journey. And I am looking forward to seeing you next time.